that better? Sorry about that. I forgot to click my my usual little clickies that I normally do. I've already done them once today on a live, so I forgot that I need to do them again. For example, this light. That might be why there was shadow. That's better. Sorry about that, guys. You should have sound now. Hello, Rebecca. Nice. Thank you for joining. Hi, Joanne again. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to unmute. Yeah. Let's move that forward so you haven't got that light shining in your eyes. There you go. Right. I was saying, welcome back. This is part 2 of the live. We've already done one today, but we thought we'd jump off after the hour, go make a quick cuppa, have a little snack, stretch the legs. I've done that, had a cuppa, had a packet of crisps, a chocolate bar, drank my cup of tea, nice and refreshed, ready for part 2. I've already started stitching the tower, as you can see. We are so far on 652 stitches today, and I think before, on my last live, I'd already done the one tower before jumping on, one and a bit. So I've pretty much done 652 stitches with you guys. No, 452 stitches. Anyway, we're back. Max, that's better. Shannon, hello again. Hello again, long time. Right, so as I say, I've already started doing a tower while I was waiting. So we will continue with this tower and then possibly do another one. We'll see how time is, because we've got a few more colours in this tower. We'll see how we go anyway. Considering this morning I put a post up saying that I wasn't going to get a live done today because I didn't feel very great. I think we're doing well. We're second live in. I will say though, this one might end up with an interruption a bit later. But we'll see. So, is everybody here? Is everybody back that was here earlier? Have we got some new faces? Obviously there was Max, Sean, Joanne, Shannon, Cindy. So glad to catch a live from you. That was Rebecca. Great. Do you watch the lives back that you have missed? Or do you prefer to be on a live type thing? It doesn't matter either way to me. Well, it does matter, that comes across sounding wrong. I'd obviously love it if you get enjoyment out of all of my videos. But anyway, I'm glad you could catch us. Oh, that's not needed anyway, so we'll finish that. Whew. As I say, I have moved around since coming back on because it's getting a bit darker, a bit colder, and also because I'm on this end, we've only got 4 more towers after this one. It's easier to have the camera here and then the laptop in front of me. So yeah. We've got Shannon just peeling some spuds for tea. Cool. What are you having? Obviously you're having potato, but what are you having with it, Shannon? Joanne, 885 stitches for today, plus 5 more towers to complete my second row. Woo, you're so close. So you've got to do, so you've done 805 stitches, 885, sorry. Plus you need to do 5 more, so that's 1,000 more stitches. Let's try and get a couple of those towers in on this live, shall we? So you've only got 3 left. Mr. Jensen, I did 121 stitches on my ornament in the break. Wow. Go you. I watch the lives back if I've missed them. Max, yeah, great. Shannon, been told I have to make a cheesy mash and sausage by my 2-year-old. Oh, bless. Rebecca, I watched the ones I have missed, but I'd rather catch it while you're live. Yeah, the time seems to go a bit better when you're actually on that live. and able to put your input in, and yeah, totally get what you mean, Rebecca. Hi Celia, how are you today? Me and Celia was happy the other night. Our football team won. So I messaged her and was like, what a great game that was. About time we played well. Not been playing great just lately. I saw, obviously I've just shared this live on my Facebook group, and I saw, Celia, I saw your picture that you treated yourself to, your pattern. It looks lovely. For those that don't know and maybe didn't catch it yet, it was quite funny, the caption that you put. What was it? Valentine's Day. Seeing as the cats didn't buy you anything, you thought you'd treat yourself. I think that's great. And the allowance will come out, the treat will come out of the money will come out of their treat allowance. I think that's brilliant. Celia, I'm fighting the urge to have a new start. Yeah, good luck with that one. You know you love it. Pardon me. Getting so close to the end of this row. I feel like I should have had the row finished a couple of days ago, but I did have a couple of days off again, what with my birthday, so, but I am averaging a row a week. I now save my progress each day. I take a picture of where I finished, and I put it in my calendar on my phone, and I put the stitch count as well, because then when I have finished this piece, I can go back and get all of those photos and do a quick time loop type video. And also I can, once a month I'm going to do my stitch count that I've done, share it on my Facebook and possibly other groups. But yeah, and obviously also putting it in my calendar, at the end of the year I'll know how much I've stitched on it, and when we get it finished we'll know roughly how long it took, minus these first few rows that I started last year. If I forget, I just add them up and put them in the next day type thing. Like Monday I did 400 stitches, but I didn't do any more, so I forgot to take a picture and add it in, so those 400 stitches will get added to today's. Just mark those ones off. Yeah, I like the idea of a time loop video, and then we can see it come to life in real time. Well, not in real time, but you know what I mean. Each picture will flash up with more detail. I think it will look pretty cool. I'd love to do a time loop video on one full project, you know, of actually stitching it, like how I'm sat here doing the live. Obviously that's a recording. I could potentially edit that. Anyway, I know what I mean. I would love to do a time loop from start to finish on a project, just full on stitching it, speed through it, obviously speed it up. I feel like the video would still be quite long though. We'll see, maybe one day. Could even have it get another recording device, have it recording while I am even doing YouTube, so I can mute the sound and just have it recording every time I do stitching, and then yeah, do a time loop. I need to invest in a cheap phone to do it. Well, not a cheap phone, but invest in a phone that I can do a recording just have it permanently set up at a certain angle. Don't have to touch it, so it will constantly be at that angle. So I attach it to the Lowry, possibly have it like up here but higher, and then have it zoomed in at a certain amount. See, brain's going again, can't stop it. Yeah, try and get some sort of continuous video loop of stitching a project. That would be so cool. From the same angle, none of this moving it about. The only thing that would get moved about is the actual cross stitch, obviously, because of scrolling it up. That would be, well, so cool. Another thing I could maybe try and do with the Fairyland piece. The Sal. See my chat going? What's happening? What are we doing? Hello again, Chrissy. Making coffee and getting ready for work, but we'll be lurking. Cool. Sean, okay, I'm back. I tried my frame / stand / light setup last night. Lots of frogging, but starting to get used to using both hands. Cool. It'll come. It'll come. It won't be instant, but you'll get there. My cat is still sat on the window, by the way. I've had to rejig, remove around because I'm right on the edge here and it's getting darker. It's getting duskier, so there's a lot of shadow. The camera is in the way. My head was in the way of the camera and stuff, so. Max, I try to do 300 stitches a day, but at the moment doing confetti, so not managing it. Oh, bless you. Yeah, no, them confetti heavy ones, they're a killer. But keep going, you'll get there. Joanne, there's no rush, plus my cats are my alarm clock, 5 AM every day. Cool. Sean, what kind of attachment setup is holding your tablet? Sean, hey Trixie. Bless her. What kind of attachment setup is holding your tablet? So this, what have I got? It is a tablet holder that I got off of Amazon, and it's clamped onto an extra bar on my Lowry stand. When we get to the end of the video, as long as I remember, I'll try and show you it. I don't really want to do it now because it means rejigging the camera, and yeah, we've got it set up. So I can post a link in the description after, if you would like. It's a clamp, one of the screw ones. You get like a bar like this and then a screw. So you screw it and clamp it up, and then it sits in. I'll show you after. Thing that's holding my phone is also a tablet mount, but it's the freestanding one, so I can put both links in for that afterwards. Max, there's the link in the group which I brought and arrived today. Yeah. I do like Amazon, they are very quick. They're great for the next day delivery, especially here in the UK. Don't know about anywhere else, but here in the UK you can order it as long as you order it before, I don't know, say 8, 9 o'clock. Sometimes even later, depending on where it's coming from, but you order it the day before and it does tend to come the next day. They are very efficient. There's only one stitch left of this, so I am going to play a little tiny bit of chicken. Don't lose the thread. There we go. And end it. $7.62 has 2 stitches. It's getting very cold. I've still got the window open for the cats to come in and out, because if I don't do that, they'll have me up and down at the door. But yeah, I'm certainly feeling the drop in temperature. Now what have I done? Is there? I do normally have my electric blanket on. Well, I had it on in the first live, but as you know, for those that were here, my tablet decided to, I forgot to charge it last night, so it dropped down to 5%. So I had to unplug my electric blanket and plug in my tablet, so I'm definitely feeling the chill. 7.62. Sean, last video there was discussion about what to listen to while stitching. Lately I've been watching the Real Royalty series on YouTube, old and new history on the royals. Cool. Hi Teresa. How are you today? Are you stitching? You been working, or are you a bit like me and don't work and stitch most of the time? I'd love to get back to work, but it's just not happening at the moment. One day maybe. We'll see. 964. Get pain management under control. I was in agony last night. My stomach was ridiculous. That's maybe why I woke up this morning feeling a bit naff. I do love the tablet being in front of me now. If you see my old videos, my tablet's always, I don't know, down here or to the side. I get what everyone was commenting for now, saying about getting a holder so that it's in front of you. It's just so easy just to look down on where you're putting your needle. While that thread's going through, look up and see what your next stitch is. Come up, keep looking. It's a dream. I think that's why I get so many stitches done, because I'm not having to stop and look. I can do it while stitching, like I say. Find where I'm coming up. As I'm coming up, look at the screen. Same again when I'm going down, just double check. And then finish. Well, no, not finish, because this one's getting parked. Don't like a bit of multitasking. But as I say, so much easier, this tablet being in front of me. Eight, 1, 3. There's no stopping and starting. There's no like doing a stitch, looking at the tablet, looking what I need to do, then stitching. I can just do it all in one sweep. Teresa, I'm retired and mostly stitch in between chores. I'm trying to get my first Haid Dancing Auroras done. I'm at 95 now, so getting close. Oh wow, 5 more percent. Go Teresa. Max, wow, Teresa, so close. If you're in the Facebook group, please post the finish. Yeah, I agree, Max. It would be great to see. It'd be great to see you where you are now and do a little countdown. Every percent would be lovely. If you can do that, that'd be great. We like a little countdown. And then also your finish I'll add to our finish album. Who knows, it might become next month's cover photo. This month's cover photo is the lovely Joyce. I do love that, her piece. Right, so what we've got here. Oh, hang on. Did I actually part? Yeah. That's 162. Oh, I think Trixie's in for the duration now. She's sat on the bed cleaning herself. 162. Leave these threads here, a bit more handy. Teresa, I don't do Facebook, sorry, or I would. No problem whatsoever. Don't you worry, that's fine. I just like that you're liking them, the YouTubes. I just said that I was a bit cold, but now I'm starting to feel a bit warm. Menopause is lovely. I think my cup of tea is only just starting to warm me through. That, or as I say, I'm flushing. Before anyone says it, I may not look old enough to be in the menopause, but I am in the menopause. I had an operation that put me in the menopause, so. Right, this symbol here, oh, we got 519. Oh, not that needle, that one. 519. This tower's taken a little bit longer than I thought it would, considering I did start it. I'm flagging a little bit, I think. Right. Celia, gotta love those personal summers. Yeah. They're not the nicest, are they? But I don't know, I feel like it's worse in the winter, like in the cold weather, getting these personal summers, as you call them, Celia. Because it's cold. Obviously, you have your hot flush, and then you feel that cold even more. Especially if you sweat with the hot flush. Obviously, a little bit of perspiration. Cold seems to catch you a bit better, a bit more. So it is a yo-yo. You're either too hot or too cold. You can't win. What's going on here? That's that bit. That one there. Park it down here. 1, 2, 5 across from this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the second one down. And 3, 8, 1, 1. How do you keep all your floss holders together? The plastic ones we're using. Just a little metal ring, like a key ring. You know where you get a key ring, where you get your keys and you've got a key ring. Just one of those. Where are we? This way. So yeah, just a little metal ring. It's a clip one. Again, I think I bought these off of Amazon, so maybe another thing I can look for you. I'll bung it in the description. You can use anything though. If you haven't got a ring or hoop, you can use a bit of ribbon or a hair tie. Anything really. If you're a knitter, you could maybe use a bit of wool. Yarn, sorry. Let's get knitting. Get stitching. Get some more towers finished. Oh. Got the right one. Yeah. Sometimes these colours look so similar that I do question whether I picked the right thread up. Two, three. Do you find you get a lot of heartburn with your flushes, Celia? Max. Yes, flushes are not all that great. 1 minute clothes on, the next clothes off. I've still got my summer quilt on and I'm still too hot. Bless you. I find I get really bad heartburn just lately, and I don't know why. I'm not necessarily doing anything different. So I think I'm going to put it down to the menopause. And it burns my throat really bad. I would ask my doctor, but trying to get in touch with my doctor is just ridiculous. 1, 2, 3. Could Google it. Where are we? What's that stitch doing there? Have we gone wrong somewhere? No. Just not counting it right. That's that one. This is this one. That's that one. There isn't a lot of thread, but because we're parking very close, I'm still going to do that. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Max, my hot flashes is the worst. I change my blouse 3 to 4 times in a day when the flashes are bad. Yeah, Celia. Since starting the hormone replacement therapy, I don't get hot flushes anymore. Knock on wood. Yeah, knock on that wood. Yeah, I was on the hormone replacement pills, little tablets, and they did work, but I'm struggling to get hold of them. As I said, I struggle to get hold of my doctor, full stop, so I'm not actually on any HRT at the moment. So this is why the flushes are happening. It's not really good for your body to be on them off and on off. It's frustrating me, but Joanna, have you tried ginger chews? They help with digestion in issues. Peppermint tea would help too. Yeah, ginger chews. No, I've not heard of ginger chews. Ginger nut biscuits. And then peppermint wise, I have peppermint Rennie. They sometimes help. Max, yeah, can give you heartburn. That's probably what it is then. Oh, hello Jodie. Long time no see. How are you? Sean, when I was getting hot flashes, it sure helped to keep the heating bill down. Yeah. I find that that's not the issue. That's not the case though. Not for me anyway. I find I'm either cold or I'm hot. Heating on or not on, it doesn't really matter. Although, when I do have the heating on, if it's on for too long, I do know it's on. And that sets off my hot flashes sometimes. Central heating. You'll often hear me say, have you still got the heating on? I'm really, really hot. It seems to trigger it a little bit. Radiator heat. Good, thank you, Jodie. Good. Joanne, Alison, give oil of peppermint capsules. I use them for my acid reflux. They help me so much. I think I've been put on those before. What have I done with my needle? Let's see. Yeah, peppermint capsules. Peppermint always seems to be that go-to. Also, I used to get heartburn quite bad last year, I think it was, and possibly the year before. And my doctor did put me on these tablets that you could take. And I think they were high concentrate peppermint, pretty much. And they did work for a while, but again, can't get a repeat prescription until I see my doctor. And I can't get in touch with my doctor because they don't like answering the phone, apparently. I'm tempted to move doctors because the one that I'm with is terrible. You know, in theory, they should do a repeat prescription for me, especially for HRT and for my sertraline. You know, I'm meant to be on the HRT. But it's ridiculous. And then they only give me a month's worth, so then I have to ring them to get another prescription. But as I say, if they don't answer the phone, I can't do that. I think last time I tried to order it again, I did get through. Well, I didn't get through. I left a voicemail message, and then I received a letter saying I needed an appointment. And it's like, what would I need an appointment for? Just look on my records. You can see I'm 41. I've had an operation that's put me into menopause, that I need to be on HRT, etc., etc., and just sort my prescription out. But no, once a month I have to go through the rigmarole of battling to get these HRTs. I know you can get over-the-counter ones, but my prescriptions are paid for, so it's easier to do a prescription for for cost wise, but honestly, my doctors, they're an absolute nightmare. I find that if I self-medicate, it bites me in the butt. It helps. I can kind of manage things myself, including pain. But then, unfortunately, I'm on benefits at the moment, and I need those benefits to live at the end of the day. Without those benefits, I'd be struggling ridiculously. I'd have zero money. So to self-medicate, it would come back as, oh yeah, I don't need to be under the doctors. It's just, again, it swings and roundabouts, and you know, it needs to be on record that I'm on HRT, I'm on sertraline, I'm on pain meds, I'm on, you know, everything that I'm on. It needs to be on file type thing. I can't just say, oh yeah, I've gone to Boots and bought this, that and the other, and that helps. You know, it's not good enough. It would stop my benefit straight away. It's frustrating, but we'll get there one day. They'll pull the finger out and sort it out if I nag them enough, when I can get hold of them. Might end up being a trip to the hospital again and just complain. It's not the hospital's fault, it's not the nurse's fault, but it seems to get the message across sometimes when I do that, and they do pull the finger out and look after me, because they get these letters and stuff from the hospital basically telling them, do your job. But I shouldn't have to do that. They should just do their job anyway. 828. I know they're fighting a hell of a battle, backlog and whatnot, but it's no excuse to neglect someone for over a year. Right, whereabouts are we? This last row. We're nearing the finished tower. I feel like this one's took me ages. It might be because I'm too busy yabbering on and not concentrating on what I'm doing. Oh dear. I will start another tower at least. Won't be long before Jason's home, so that may interfere with the plans. Right. That's that tower complete. Park that there. Mark those off. 800 stitches. We'll do one more tower today, I think. That's this one. Right, there's not a lot of thread on this one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch this stitch that's in this tower. Well, there's two actually. 1, 2, and then it is needed in the dungeon, but there's quite a few colours, and as you saw, there's only a little bit of thread. So what I am going to do is, instead of parking below, I'm going to park it in my next tower, because in my next tower it is only needed once, and then I can end that thread without wasting too much. 1, 2, 4. Yeah, I can do that one stitch and then finish it. It won't need to be parked anywhere else. Oh, hang on, what have we got going on up here? What's that bit? That's that bit. Done. Okay. Celia, the new start that you was potentially wanting to do, like battling, is it that one that you shared? The one that you bought yesterday? Treated yourself to? If it is, I vote start it. Five and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it is. I'm thinking of starting it on March the 1st. Cool. Are you doing March Madness? Is it March Madness? I already ordered the floss. Yeah. Oh dear. Go you. I'm surprised I haven't ordered the floss for the cat one yet. The Randall Spangler double cat bookshelf, whatever it's called. I'm being rather good by not doing it. There's no saying it won't happen after I start Fairyland though. Going to try to be monogamous on that one for 1 month. Cool, yeah. I feel like that's what I've done with this one actually. I've pretty much stitched only on this one for a month now. And it shows because I have got quite a bit done. Got a fair bit done. Jodie, I would love to see how much you get done only stitching on one project, Celia. Yeah, same. I feel like you do a little bit like that anyway with your, I think you did with your, was it that mountain cabin one? You stitched fairly monogamously on that one at one point, I think. Or it felt like it. We all kept seeing these updates on it. And there was a Christmassy one as well, the one with the kittens. And I think it's Santa as well. Still arguing with myself if I should do full cross or tent. Ah, yeah, see, that's the biggie. I'm the same for Fairyland. I keep saying I'm going to do tent, but I'm half tempted to do full cross, 1 strand. Tent's faster, but I don't know. I'm in the same boat. What you reckon? And what's crying out more, do you think? I think for me, tent, just purely because it is just that little bit quicker. Easier to start, especially if you do 2 over 1. I feel like my Mother of Dragon, that one's full cross, and yes, fair enough, I haven't stitched on it for a month, but what I have stitched on it, it feels like it takes forever because of the full cross. I'm enjoying stitching it, but I do like me a bit of tent stitching. You don't lose any detail with tent stitch. I vote full cross for that new masterpiece, Jodie. Yeah. So I think Fairyland I am going to be doing is your tent. Might do a mini at some point, or yeah, do a mini or another story keep and do that full cross 1/1. These there stitched a bit quicker. These full ones, these massive ones, I feel like tent is the only way my brain will allow me to stitch them for time-wise sake. I shouldn't have done this stitch. Don't like playing chicken. Ooh, we managed it just. Why have I left this short thread as a part thread? Ridiculous. Pull that off there. I'm going to get another thread and carry on with that symbol. 9, 6, 4. It's getting a wee bit dark outside. Dusky. Just recently stitched in the mountain cabin, which is intent. Yeah. Hello, Donna. I finally joined you on a live. Yay, Donna Dale. Whoop, whoop. Oh, I'm sorry for messing about with my nose, people. Still, yeah, going back to full cross is not easy. It's not when I'm jumping from this to Mother of Dragon. It's a bit like, no, full cross. And then you come back on this, and when I first start stitching, I'm like, full cross, no, tent. Works same both ways. Sean, does it affect the intensity of the colour when you're all done doing tent versus full cross? I don't think so. I don't think it loses a lot. It's like riding, Jodie, it's like riding a bike, Celia. It will come back to you. Yeah. Celia, Jodie, but it takes so much longer. Teresa, I do full cross because my tent stitches never look right to me. Do they not sit right, as in like the threads? Because obviously, you get, especially if you're doing 2 threads over 1, you kind of want to try and get your threads to lay side by side. If you're struggling to get them to lay side by side, I would suggest a trolley needle. You put it on your finger and then guide the thread over the trolley needle, and it helps to make them lay flat. Jodie, you're so fast, Celia. You're going to be stitching on something anyways. Doesn't matter if you finish quickly. Yeah, you don't know finish, Celia. You don't like that word. So it doesn't matter. I've got a really itchy nose. I'm either going to have an argument or be kissed by a fool. Now, my luck, it'll be both. How is Donna? Donna, how are you? Are you stitching with us today? I should really think about getting my mirabilia out at some point. I haven't stitched on her for a while. I think the main reason was because it's pattern, a paper pattern. Yeah, paper copy. But now I've got the Lowry stand. It came with the attachment for holding a magnet, holding like a board, so you can put your pattern on it. And I have got one of those boards with like a clip that holds the paper, so I could put that on there, and have it here. Might even be better, because as I say, having this tablet in front of me and pattern keeper right there in my eye line, so much better and quicker. I find I stitch a lot quicker with it because I'm not stopping and starting looking this way and that. So maybe the paper pattern will be quicker as well. I might have to get her out soon. Give it a bash. See how much we can get done on her, because she's a gorgeous piece. I'm missing out. Celia, Donna, you are being a rebel when you're doing 2 towers at once. I am. I'm stitching on the mini Haid. I Put a Spell on You by Selena Bennett. Cool. Oh, a rebel. I like it. Thank you. Yeah, Celia is the queen, not the queen of rebels. No, yeah, queen of rebels. She's the original rebel. So, Max. Now putting floss onto the key rings. Cool. Wow, I can't believe we've already been on for an hour. That is absolute crackers. And I don't feel like I've got as much done as I did in that first one. In that first live. Berserk. So, just one colour there. And end it. Let's end it down here. Try and stay on and finish this tower. After this tower, I've done 1,000 stitches, and I've pretty much done all of those 1,000 on the live. I don't know, about 200 and something stitches. Not bad going for the day, considering I wasn't feeling up to it today when I first woke up. But then when you are poorly, it tends to be, especially I find with colds and coughs, they tend to be worse in the morning, and then in the evening they flare up. So fingers crossed it doesn't flare up in an hour or so. But right, we'll carry on with that one. 807. I don't know if Shannon's with us, but Shannon, I believe it was you that asked what I do with the ends and about putting them on, still putting them on my floss card, just the opposite side. That 807 that we used in the first live, I'm now using that piece of thread that I did save, because I'm on 807. And when I looked at 807, I saw that this was there first. I always check to see if there's any leftover thread first before I pluck out a new one. Waste not, want not. I don't mind wasted thread, but sometimes you can get a fair few stitches out of, if you think you can, Ali, if you think you can get a fair few stitches out of a cut off, then save it. Definitely. 9 times out of 10 I'll just chuck the thread away. I don't really care. Just buy another one. Maybe not so much with the DMC lot, but CXC definitely. I don't mind wasting thread there, because CXC is so much cheaper. I also saw Lakeside Needlecraft. They are actually putting their DMC prices up. I'm not too sure by how much. I haven't checked it out, but for anybody that does get the DMC threads from Lakeside, you might want to purchase anything that you are purchasing now, because she's putting it up. I'm pretty sure she said next month. Don't quote me on it, I might be wrong, but she might have already done it. But I've got a feeling it was the 1st of March that she was doing it. So yeah, if you're needing any DMC colours and you get them from the Lakeside Needlecraft, I would get the cheaper ones now while you can. Well, they're still not cheap. I think they're about 75p a skein. That's where I get my DMC threads from. I'll still continue to get my DMC threads from them as well. In fact, I think they're about 79p. I can't remember. But times are hard, prices go up, unfortunately. It's not that she's just putting the prices up for profit. They're putting it up because their retail prices have gone up as well. You know, where they get them from. They've put it up, so in turn she's got to do the same. The way it goes, unfortunately. I won't be surprised if CXC goes up eventually. It'll still be cheaper than DMC, but unfortunately things can't stay the same price for very long nowadays. That one here, and then park it there. Mark that off. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to have for tea tonight. 519. Rebecca, just letting you know I'm still here listening, switching you over to the TV now so I can use Pattern Keeper on my phone, but still listening. Oh, you're putting me on the TV? Oh, I feel so famous. Thank you, Rebecca. Donna, I'm a massive fan of CXC. As I do full coverage, it can add up to a lot when using DMC. Yeah, same. Obviously, I wish I kind of knew about CXC before I kitted this one up, because this one is all DMC threads. and it's a big piece, a very big piece. So yeah, I feel like I could have saved a bomb if I'd have got CXC threads, but never mind. Live and learn. Max, I got all mine for 2 Hague patterns, so I'm okay for a while, but I've been told by my shop in the high street, new price for DMC thread is £1.30 each. Yeah. So got Joanne, she's asked if Max is in the UK, and she is. Joanne says Marie's cross stitch is selling DMC threads for 78p each. Yeah, the prices haven't gone up yet, they are going up. So who knows, Marie might have to do the same, and it's because of the wholesaler that's putting prices up. If Marie's still got her old stock and she's selling the stock, she'll find when she purchases in bulk again from whichever wholesaler she gets it from, they're the ones putting prices up. So in turn, she will then probably put her prices up. But yeah, she hasn't felt the sting yet, basically. That's why she hasn't had to put hers up. But they will go up in March, I think. Yeah. Sean, I watch you on the TV too. You're on the big screen, Alison. Yay! I'm on telly. Look, Mom, I'm on TV. Oh, dear. Got to make yourself giggle every now and then. I used to watch FrostTube on the TV quite regularly in the bedroom. I think if I have slump days where I don't feel like doing anything, you know, I'm in my funky day where the depression's hitting, the pain's hitting, everything's hitting all at once, and I do tend to stay in bed and do nothing. I used to put FrostTube on the telly. I haven't done that for a long time. It feels like a long time. I'm talking a year like, but obviously my last funk was just before Christmas. I struggled to pull myself out of it for a good couple of months, and I was watching TV in bed, and I didn't think at the time to catch up on my floss tubes. I've been watching Stitchy Brit just lately and Stitching Mommy. Caught up on some of theirs, but I caught up with them. You're watching them on my phone. I forgot all about my telly. Next time. 828. 828, where are you? You're hiding? No. There we go. I do think I'll only be doing this tower. Possibly that will be it for the day. Not bad going, getting 1,000 stitches in, considering I wasn't going to do any at all. We'll see. I've only got 2 colours left on this one. How are you all doing? How many have you got done in the last hour and 10 minutes now? Do we know roughly? Sean, oh yeah, TV. Joanne, Alison, what is the Zoom group you're in? The Zoom group I am in, it's on Facebook, and it's called Zoom Stitchy Friends. Now, it's not just restricted to cross stitching. You could be crochet, knitting, you know, I mean, sometimes I jump in the Zoom room and I'm doing nothing. Just sit and chat. Yeah. Zoom Stitchy Friends. Answer the questions, accept terms and conditions, or whatever it is they call it. And I'm sure the lovely Liv will accept. And then in that group, you'll find there's a welcome post thing that you do. Just basically a little mini introduction of yourself. And then pinned to the features, you'll find the account number and password for the Zoom meeting room. It's open 24/7. Yeah, you just jump in. If someone's there, great. If they're not, you can either just sit about and hang about, but we tend to make a post on Zoom Stitchy Friends saying that we're heading in the room, and then yeah, people tend to join in. As I say, it's not just cross stitching, it's all sorts of hobbies. We don't share the code. You have got to be on the group. You know, if that code gets shared, she will reset it, change the code, remove whoever shares it. But it's a friendly old bunch, but we don't want any Tom, Dick and Harry just jumping in who hasn't actually joined the group and we don't know who they are. Yeah, I haven't been on for a few days because I've obviously been doing these lives. I'm finding it a bit of a struggle juggling priorities. I obviously want to do my YouTubes for my YouTube community. I also want to possibly look into doing, because Karen Needlebook's been doing the same, doing video chat on my Royal Rose group, just using Facebook Messenger. And then obviously there's my Zoom Stitchy Friends, a couple of other Zoom groups that I'm in. I just struggle with prioritising. I hate to feel like I'm neglecting people, and unfortunately I do tend to get carried away and end up neglecting. But I'm never far away. I'm always either doing a YouTube, sat in the Zoom room, or eventually we'll be sat in a Facebook video chat room on Royal Rose group. Yeah, I don't mean to neglect, I just get in the zone of stitching, and there'll be moments when I may miss a week of doing YouTube lives, but that's because I'm in the Zoom video call, or vice versa. I might not make it in the Zoom room, but you'll probably catch me doing a live. Yeah, it's a toss of a coin at the moment, of which I think I prefer doing. I like to do both, obviously, but I like to try and keep my content up so that people have got fresh things to watch on YouTube. Can't please everybody, unfortunately. As much as we try, there's always going to be someone that's a little bit put out. If I could split myself into 10 people, I would. Oh. Where are we? Oh. Joanne, I am Max. I'm praying they don't go up till after the 2nd of March. Bless you. Right, have Max. Right, got to figure out what's for tea. Got to go because yeah, figuring out what's after for tea. Yeah, I've got to figure that out as well, Max. If you've gone already, sorry I missed the bye, but try and enjoy tea. Jodie, you're an amazingly fast stitcher, Alison. Once I get my head down and get going, yeah, I can be, because especially having my tablet in front of me now, because as I said, I tried to explain a little while ago, I don't know if you heard or was on at that point, but I tend to go down with the stitch I know I'm doing and as I'm pulling it through, I look up at the pattern keeper, then I look down to bring my needle back through wherever it's needed, and then again look up and just keep that momentum of, you know, stitching and looking. There's no stopping and going, right, where do I need to be now? I can just keep the flow going with the tablet in front of me. Chrissy, what's a Haid finish, Celia? Yeah. Am I missing some comments or what? Joanne, thank you. It will be nice to meet new stitchy friends because at the moment I don't have any apart from my cats. Oh, Joanne. Yeah, head on over to Zoom Stitchy Friends and join that group. As I say, there's normally people about for a chat. We could be on all day sometimes. Sometimes you might just only have an hour to kill. And if anyone's available, they'll jump in. Smart for. Sorry I'm late. Internet went down. Oh no! Oh bless you. I know that problem. I often have nightmares with internet problems. It is a nightmare. But thank you for joining again, Samantha. Yeah, like I say, Jodie, once I get in the zone, I get a good little momentum going. Even while nattering away. I have hidden talents. I'm wasted. But that is how I get my stitch count the way it is, to be fair. I get in the zone, and as I say, looking up as I'm bringing the needle up and things like that. It all helps. There's no stopping and starting. Not too much stopping and starting anyway. Obviously you have to stop to rethread a needle and stuff like that, but once I've got that thread on the needle, I'm stitching. Constant. Pretty much. I don't know if that is the secret to why I'm stitching so many. You know, when people ask me on my Facebook how am I stitching so fast or getting that stitch count, it may be all of the factors that I mentioned with the tablet being in front and stuff. Obviously, if you're constantly stopping to look where your next stitch is going, you're not going to be getting as much done. I need to check that I'm getting all my comments, because I feel like I might be missing a couple. There's a couple of conversations that were happening and I was like, what? Let's have a look. What have I done? Yeah, I didn't have all comments on, so I'll apologise now if I've missed any comments. I could scroll up, but no, well, because then I'll be behind on everybody. Yeah, no, I'll keep it as it is. If I have missed any comments, I'm sorry. I'm not being ignorant. I had the setting wrong. It was meant to be live chat, and I didn't have live chat. Right, where are we? What have I just done? Oh, it's there. Right, Jodie, I need to learn two-handed stitching, but doing full cross with 2 strands, it's hard to make neat stitches with only one hand on top. Have you got a trolley needle, Jodie? Because I feel like if you had the trolley needle, that helps massively with making sure your stitches lay flat. You know, you wouldn't need to have that other hand at the top. So for example, if I was finishing doing full cross on this one, I could have my hand do two-handed. This is how I would do a full cross. I would literally come up, and then you get the trolley needle goes on your finger, So then when you go down, you kind of put your finger through, you let the thread rest on the trolley needle. So imagine my finger's the trolley needle. Rest your finger on the trolley needle, let it drop. That would lay it next to each other, and then do the same for your next leg of the cross. No, I don't, but I use my left-handed finger as a trolley. Yeah, this is what I mean. If you was to get a trolley needle, it would go onto your stitchy hand. And then, or even like with me now, I can use my lovely sparkly nails. I don't actually need the trolley needle. I can actually use my fingernail. But yeah, I would highly recommend a trolley needle, because I've even got a video somewhere of me using a trolley needle on this one. And it works the same for a full cross as it does tent. You literally just let it, and it comes naturally eventually. I still do it now. I still find myself putting my finger there to let it catch and lay flat. Donna, what is a trolley needle? A trolley needle is, I don't know where mine is. Oh, I know where mine is. I sent it to somebody who I shouldn't have done. A trolley needle is basically like a ring. Well, to be fair, anything can be a trolley needle. You can use anything. It's a laying tool, sorry. So imagine this is attached to like a ring type thing that you can put on your finger. So you would, as you're going down with a stitch, you would make sure the thread lines with it, and then pull it out. It helps to make those threads lay flat. So let me just show you that again. So yeah, the trolley needle would obviously be a lot thicker. Your laying tool, potentially. You could still use this, to be fair. You could use your snag nabbit, but you wouldn't be able to quite do two-handed. So yeah, unless you were to put your snag nabbit down, bring that up, put that down, pick your snag nabbit up, then grab it. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess about that is, but no, that's another thing I'll put in the link. It's a trolley needle. You literally put it on your finger. It comes out with a metal rod, and you just poke your finger before you bring your thread down and let it glide over it. They're lovely. I haven't worn mine for a while, but that's only because I can see my stitches are laying flat, so I don't really need it. I think it's better for if you're using longer thread. Definitely it helps. But again, I kind of, just talking about it now, I can still use my fingernail to do it. Anyway, I waffled on a little bit there. That'll be another little tutorial video that I'll do. For anyone that missed it earlier, on my first live, I showed that I've got some 6-count Ada. The plan is to pick a tower off of a pattern, any pattern, preferably one that's got a little bit more confetti. We don't want loads, but a fair few more colours, and stitch a tower. Do a tutorial. Take a leaf out of Teresa Little Stitcher's book and do parts of doing a tower, a new start. So yeah, trolley needle wise, I could potentially do a quick tutorial on that. Until then, there's Karen Needlebug. She's got one. She's got a little tutorial on how to use a trolley needle or a laying tool. There's not just the trolley needle. There are other laying tools out there. But yeah, I'm getting closer to getting this tutorial done and up. I've been talking about it for about a year now. A proper little mini tutorial for people. I am. I'm on the ball. I'm getting there. I just feel like the 6 count Ada fabric will be a better visual for it. So, because zooming in with my camera, you sometimes lose quite a bit of detail and you can't see what's going on. So yeah, I thought bigger count, well, smaller count, which makes it bigger obviously, would be ideal. And as I say, I'll do it into parts as well. It won't just be one long video of doing one tower that can take about an hour. We'll do it in little parts. But yeah, the trolley needle, I'll get a, I'll buy a new one and I'll do a tutorial. That's my tower finished. Let's move the end tails. Oh, so close to the end of this row. I'm half tempted now to call that it on cross stitching for today and try and get a little setup going for doing the pre-recorded tutorial. Now I've got my fabric that came today. I'm thinking of getting it done in a Q-snap because it is just one tower that I'll be stitching. Find a pattern that has got a little bit of more confetti going on. It doesn't have, the tower that I'll be stitching won't necessarily be the first tower of a pattern, although yes it will. Ignore me. It'll have to be, I think, just so I can show how to use Pattern Keeper at the same time. We'll have a look and see. I know some of my story keeps that I've already started, they have got a lot more going on in that first tower, so it'll probably be one of those that I do a tutorial on. Anyway, that's the plan. I might get it set up a little bit later and potentially do that tomorrow, because I have said that I'll do another live on Friday. Basically finishing this row off it'll be now on Friday. Tomorrow I'll concentrate on doing a tutorial to upload next week when I go and see my mum. And then Friday we'll finish this row off together. What are we missing? Jodie, no I don't, but I use my left hand finger as a trolley. Oh, I need to get one and give it a try. Thanks for showing how that can be done. You're welcome, Jodie. If I can help anybody, I'll try. Teresa, Jodie, I will make sure my threads are laying flat. Then once I get the needle through, I'll lay my finger on it so it lays flat. Yeah, I find that doesn't necessarily always work for me. It's love. Trolley needles, laying tools are just awesome, and the trolley needle is great. Jodie, you can use anything. Yeah, you can pretty much use anything, but my suggestion would be you wouldn't really want anything too thick. For example, if you was to use a pen, I feel like it would be too thick. Plus I find most pens are hexagonally, they've got indentations. You preferably want something round, but like I say, not too thick. As I say, you could use your snag nabbit, but I think trolley needles are fairly cheap and they are easier because they're just on your finger. You don't have to keep picking it up and putting it down, you just keep it on your finger. Donna, looks a good idea, yeah. Jodie, tape your snag nabbit on your finger with a band and you have a... I need my snag now bit for pushing threads through. Celia, thanks for another live. I have to go. You're welcome, Celia. Thank you for joining. Enjoy your stitching. We'll catch you again. Jodie, I've got to go too. Enjoyed it, Alison. Thank you. You're welcome, Jodie. Thank you for joining. Joanne, 4 more hours to go. Jodie, looking forward to it, Alison. Thank you. Yeah, I am tomorrow. I'm going to concentrate on doing the tutorial. It looks like we're losing everybody for tea. I'm off anyway. I don't feel offended. I'm joking. Well, I'm not joking. I don't feel offended. Missy Jensen, have to go, have to make dinner. Yeah, exactly. To be fair, it won't be long before Jason's home because it is 5 PM in the UK now. So I'm going to disappear as well. Thank you all for joining me, and thank you to those that joined twice. I'll be back Friday, potentially, hopefully, fingers crossed, to finish this row. So yeah, thank you all. I don't think I'm missing anything. No, I'm just going to go. If you've liked this video, please like it. Hit that notification button. You'll get notified when I go live, because sometimes I do just jump on randomly. Oh, Suzanne, I'm so sorry you just missed us. There's 2 lives on. I did 2 today. Yeah, I am going to have to go now. It's 1 hour and 32. Suzanne, I'll be on Friday. We're doing it a little bit later Friday. I'll be on at about 3, half 3. I think, potentially, hopefully. Anyway, as I say, this will save. So rewatch. Thank you all very much for joining. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll catch you again. Love you all, but not as much as Krusty.